King Credit Services.
Big shout out to King Credit.
King Credit Services.
King Credit Services.
Shout out to King Credit Service.
King Credit Services.
Big
King Credit Services.
Big shout out to King Credit.
King Credit Services.
King Credit Services.
Shout out to King Credit Services.
King Credit Services, man.
Here at King Credit Services, we believe in changing lives, just like the clients you've seen. With over 150 5-star reviews, we've helped of their financial future. Our expert team works to remove inaccurate, outdated, and unverifiable items from your credit report, boosting your score the right way. You'll get a personalized strategy.
King Credit Services.
Big shout out to King Credit.
King Credit Services.
King Credit Services.
Shout out to King Credit Services.
King Credit Services, man.
King Credit Services, we believe in changing lives, just like the clients you've seen. With over 100
King Credit Services.
Big shout out to King Credit.
King Credit Services.
Growing conservative TV network.
It's an absolute crazy day.
Home to the largest
King Credit
Welcome back after
Services.
this.
Big
and
shout
it
out to
should
King
work.
Credit.
Anywhere.
King Credit
Delivering
Services.
in-depth
Credit
insight and
Services.
unapologetic opinion on today's
King
biggest
Credit
news stories.
Services.
Here at King Credit Services, we believe in changing lives, just like the clients you've seen. With over 150 5-star reviews, we've helped countless people take control of their financial future. Our expert team works to remove inaccurate.
King Credit Services.
Big shout out to King Credit.
King Credit Services.
King Credit Services.
Shout out to King Credit Services.
King Credit Services, man.
Here at King Credit Services, we believe in changing lives, just like the clients you've seen. With over 150 5-star reviews, we've helped countless people take control of their financial future. Our expert team works to remove inaccurate, outdated, and unverifiable items from your credit report, boosting your score the right way. You'll get a personalized strategy, real results, and a clear path to better credit. Don't let bad credit hold you back. Take the first step today. Schedule your free consultation now.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Quick little promo. I'm getting better at that.
I'm
All right,
not.
let's go, man. We're halfway through our show. If you guys have any questions, you can always shoot me a DM. Actually, let me put this up here. You can always call in too. 888-344-1170. All right, 888-344-1170. Let me put that on the ticker here, actually, so you guys can see that. Yeah. Let's go. All right, let's go. Now we're to our segment, our third segment. All right, we're flying through. All right, so let's do a quick little recap. All right, so segment one, this is our 90-day credit comeback plan. This is kind of the topic of today. We went over where you can get your credit reports, taught you how to find inaccuracies. We went over some budgeting stuff. How to lower that utilization up. We went over FCRA, FDCPA. We went over a whole bunch of stuff. All right. And if you want to hear this replay, it will be the Financial Freedom Hour podcast. You can check us out on Apple or Spotify. All right. We're starting to get a little buzz, a little traction. So make sure you guys check that out. And when you listen, go ahead and leave us a 5-star review if you can. All right. So segment 3, business credit and entrepreneur finance. So for some reason, there is a big misconception that you can get business credit cards, okay, with bad credit. You can't. All right. You cannot. Chase is not going to give you, especially if your LLC isn't making any money and it's less than 2 years old. You're not making an LLC going into Chase and getting 100K. That's not how it works. All right. Now, if you have good personal credit, yes, you do a PG or a personal guarantee. All right. Then you can get that business credit, right? So everything starts with your personal credit. All right. Literally everything starts with your personal credit, you guys. So, all right, building up your business credit foundation. If you want to do the LLC route, S Corp, C Corp, do your own due diligence, right? Google is free. All right, ChatGPT is free. All right, check that out before you get started. But yeah, LLC, you register with your Secretary of State, super easy to do. EIN, IRS.gov, super easy to do. Business address, Regis. Don't use a PO box though. All right, so Regis is the one I use for all my businesses. Really easy. It's a little bit on the higher end, expensive side, but I like to go in there sometimes. I have my office actually at one of the one here in La Jolla actually too. So phone number. Do not use Google Business for your phone number, y'all. All right. Use Ring Central. Okay. You can get a business line, AT&T, Verizon, and all that stuff. And you want to do it that way because you can actually report that to your Experian business or your Equifax business or your to your Paydex and all that stuff. So get an actual phone number and then your email. Okay, we'll go over that stuff too. Get your business bank account. You can get it online. You can go to Blue Vine's a really popular one now. Novo, brick and mortar, Chase, probably the best one. Credit unions. Please don't sleep on credit unions, you guys. I love me a good credit union. All right, and we're going to list our business on 411. So let's actually dig deep into that. All right, so step by step, how to build that business credit actually after everything's already set up. All right, so you just want to make sure everything's matching, right? You don't want your home address on one document, your business address on your other document, your grandma's address on another document. You don't want that. All right. You can set up your DUNS number. Just go to Dun and Bradstreet. Super easy. It's free. And then you're going to open up a NAV account. All right. NAV.com. This is where you're going to monitor everything. Okay. So you can monitor all your business credit reports and all that. You can monitor your personal credit there too. Okay. Then you can add some easy vendors, right? That's your Uline, your Granger, some office supplies, Crown, shirts. See, there's 1,000 net 30s. But remember what I said last week and I think 3 weeks ago. Okay. You still like it using net 30s. You can build your Paydex score like that, but Chase and actual banks don't care about your Paydex score. All right. So if you're going to use net 30s, you can use the Paydex score to get equipment and stuff like that. But when I'm talking about straight up business credit from a bank, you're going to need good personal credit. All right. So like somebody said, hold on, King took what you taught me and it took off. Let's go. Uh-huh. Yeah, so I do go live every day, you guys, 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Pacific time. Literally every day. So 2-3 hours a day on top of this show. So if you like what you're hearing, you can always tune in live, TikTok, Instagram, all that good stuff. All right. So once we build up our business credit, all right, and we have our personal credit, now we can actually attack. We can attack on both ends. We can go to brick and mortar bank, Navy Fed, credit union, anything like that. We can attack them, get some business credit over there, and we can use our good Paydex score to get equipment, financing, and that type of stuff, right? So you can double dip, but I never lead with the net 30 route because people try to use the net 30s to try to put a Band-Aid on their personal credit, all right? You have to fix your personal credit. Okay, stop running from it. All right, you've had a 400 since 2000. Okay, let's pick it up. All right, we can pick that stuff up. All right, hold on. Let's do a couple questions over here on TikTok real quick. Hey Lou, just prepared a client's court document for motion to dismiss being sued. Let's go. I see you over here. All right. What can be done about a charge-off judgment? So if there's a judgment against you, all right, and charge off is with the original creditor. So original creditor, let's just say it's Capital One. All right, so you had an open account, all right, it closed for whatever reason, you stopped paying, whatever it was, right? You still had a balance, and then that closed account turned into a charge off. Okay, so a charge off means that, pretty much means that they wrote that off on their side. Okay, so now you're responsible for that. So they're supposed to send you a 1099-C so you report it as income on your end, but a lot of times they don't, right? So instead of doing all that, this balance must be large. It must be a large balance because if it's less than 10K, they don't even worry about suing you or not. They just charge it off, on their books, write off on their books and just keep it moving. So this balance must be, pretty large. So, but when you get a judgment against you, there's only a couple things you can do, right? What I would do is I would reach out to an attorney, just type in attorney near me, FCRA, attorney near me, okay? FCRA, attorney near me. There's going to be 50 of them, right? Go down the list, choose 5 of them with like a 4.8 rating on Google and at least 10 years of experience, right? I don't want my attorney brand new, okay? I want my attorney with some gray hair, all right, that's been through some stuff, okay? So 10 years plus, okay? and a 4.8 rating on Google, all right? Choose the best 5, call each one, tell them your situation, and they'll let you know what's going on. But Neil, we can help you out too, Neil. We got some attorneys that we can help you out too. Next thing you can do is you can reach out to the company, try to do a settlement right before it even goes to court, or you can just go to court. A lot of people don't know that. You can just go to court. And for like debt collectors and collection agencies and stuff like that, sometimes they don't even show up to court, right? Sometimes they get thrown out, right? Might get lucky. But Neil, I do have a how to fight a judgment guide. I was working on it yesterday when I was live. I think I talked about it yesterday. I don't know when I'm gonna drop that. I don't know when I'm gonna release that. Just keep checking my pages, bro. You know me. I'll drop it on there for free. Say, yeah, all right, fight back and make them pay you. Don't settle with them. That's facts. That is facts. Hold on, let me see. Last one. All right, Verizon Wireless has me in collection and they sold it and it's still on my credit report. So this is very common, right? So Verizon, you had an account with Verizon for whatever happened, defaulted. Okay. So usually Verizon, AT&T, they have in-house collection agencies. So I'm surprised they sold that to another company, right? Usually they try to collect from you, with the like Verizon, AT&T, that they have in-house collection agencies. So I'm surprised they sold it. But so if they sold it and the original account is still on there, that's a charge off. So that happens a lot. So we're going to have to find the inaccuracy, dispute the charge off, depending on how they respond, find a violation and sue. And then on the collection side, kind of what we talked about earlier, you can go the validation route, or you can send them a refuse to pay, right? When you send that refuse to pay to a collection agency, they need to stop contacting you. All right. Stop contacting you. When you send that refuse to pay, okay, do a certified mail, right? So you know exactly when you sent it, when they got it, right? 30 days after that, okay? If they don't update your credit report, boom, violation. If they try to contact you again, boom, violation. If they keep calling you, each time they call, write all that stuff down. Okay, that's what we're going to use as ammo to sue. All right. All right, let's go. All right, segment 4.
Imagine a world where building your credit is simple and rewarding. Welcome to Kovo, your partner in financial success. At Kovo, we believe in making your dreams come true. From your first card to your first home and beyond. With no credit check and instant approval, you can start building credit immediately. Enjoy 0% APR and earn 1% on loans. Kovo ensures you get more out of every dollar. Achieve milestones like owning a home faster and smarter with Kovo by your side. Build credit and earn rewards for every step of your journey. Kovo for your card, for your house.
All right, we're back. We did get a call in over the quick break. Shout out to Kim. She wanted to do a quick credit analysis, but she's a little embarrassed. It's okay. I was like that at one point too. I still am like that sometimes when it comes to certain things. But free credit analysis. So Kim, instead of coming on the air, you can just shoot me your credit report. Contact at kingcreditservices.com. Contact at kingcreditservices.com. I'm going to do your analysis personally. All right. I'm going to do it personally and I'm going to make a video for you. I'm going to shoot that over to you. All right. So you know that it's me. I know the AI is crazy nowadays. All right. So it's actually me. All right. Going to be me. I'll do that analysis. And if you decide to sign up, I'll give you 50 off your first month. All right, Kim. I said it on live. So I have to follow through with that. Kim, contact at kingcreditservices.com. Go ahead, shoot me over that credit report and let's get it going. Kim only though. All right. I don't want to see Jason, Brett, Brandon, Jim. No, just Kim. Okay. Don't be sending. I don't want a whole bunch of credit reports. Yeah. Don't do me like that. All right. All right, let's finish it off, man. Segment 4. Okay. So we like to end it off. Segment 4 is more like consumer finance news and kind of hot topics from the week. All right. So kind of try to end it on a good note. All right. So tax refund trends. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. All right. What month? It's March. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves. Okay. The early 2025 trends. All right. We haven't learned. I don't know what's going on. All right. We're still using our money. You can tell by the trend. So that how they get these numbers is most of them come through like TurboTax and all that stuff. So they can track the data and all that. And then they can tax that. And then they compare it to like sales from, from clothing stores and all that stuff. So super technical stuff, analytical algorithms and all that. But you can tell. So so if there's a lot of refunds in February, but then Gucci's sales skyrocket through the roof at the end of February, that means y'all spending your money on your refund money at Gucci. We haven't learned anything. What is going on? All right. You still have time. Okay. For the people that haven't filed yet. All right. Do not take your refunds and go spend it on something that you're going to forget about in a year. All right. These refund checks are getting out of hand. People are getting 4, 5, 6, 7K. All right. So let's use some of that money. Let's fix our credit. Let's get right. If you come with us, great. If you go with someone else, great. Just do your due diligence and put a little bit in the savings. All right. Let's use our refunds correctly. Okay. But I was disgusted. All right. Billions of dollars spent unnecessarily. I was disgusted. All right. So number 2, CFPB versus the credit bureaus. All right. New rules being processed for better accuracy and real-time updates. So, the CFPB has been in the news a lot. No, they've been kind of under fire, but they're still up and running. You can still go in there and process stuff if you need to. But I think they're actually going to come out with another FICO scoring model probably. I don't know if this year, but probably next year or something, because that FICO, I talked about the FICO 10 and FICO 10T. I don't think companies are going to use those newer ones because of how much, like, you can see using that FICO 10T, you can actually see if someone had a charge off 6 months ago. You know what I mean? And that's going to, I'm not going to use a tool that's going to lower my bottom line. Right. So example, let's say, a Ford dealership, they use a FICO, one of the FICO auto scores. Okay. And they're getting, they're earning, I don't know, $1 million a month. I don't know, I'm just using easy numbers, right? If they end up using that FICO 10T, okay, not as many people are going to qualify, right? So why would I want to knock off half of my potential clients? All right, you don't want to do that. So I think they're going to stick with it, but they might end up making a new scoring model probably. All right, and pushback from the bureaus, but this could benefit consumers long term. So the CFPB, they were suing a couple other credit reporting agencies, but they're no longer doing that. So FTC shuts down shady collectors. So the FTC has stepped up a little bit too. All right. So the Fair Trade Commission, their zip code. So they help with like more identity theft and stuff like that. All right, so they've stepped their game up. They attack a lot of the debt collectors and just make sure they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. All right, so you can know your rights, right? Remember, FDCPA, FCRA. You can type that into Google, ChatGPT, and it'll break all that stuff down for you. The last one, buy now, pay later. Okay, BNPL, Afterpay, Klarna, Affirm. I actually partnered with a company just like this named Sezzle. Shout out to Sezzle, man. But be careful with these afterpays, right? I just seen that DoorDash, you can use Klarna and Afterpay for DoorDash. I'm saying it right now. It's March 22nd. If I see a credit report with a charge off from DoorDash, okay, you're gonna have to come see me in person. All right. You're going to have to, I might have to put some hands on you because that's just diabolical. We can't have that. All right. If I see a charge off from DoorDash, okay, we got deeper issues. All right. We got to figure something out. That's how we can't have that. All right. So don't be using Klarna for DoorDash. All right. Let's not do that. All right. We're not supposed to be using DoorDash anyway. Remember segment 1? We're supposed to be cutting down on the extras. Or we shouldn't be using it anyway. All right. So, but the thing is with Klarna Afterpay Affirm, it's not reported unless you're late. You know, so if you are using it for other stuff, I get it. I've actually used it for, you know, when I went to Europe last year in October, I used it for one of the Airbnbs. I had never used it before just to see, you know, it splits up the payments and stuff like that. So use it when you actually need to use it, but don't be using these buy now, pay later programs. Don't need to use it unless you really need to. And listener spotlight. Oh yeah, Angela. She said don't say her last name, of course. So Angela out in Chula Vista. Angela out in Chula Vista. She just signed up end of January. All right. We disputed 5 accounts. We got 3 deleted already. All right. Actually, we're getting 2 rounds in. So she only had 5 total negative accounts. Then she had 3 charge-offs and 2 collections. We got 2 charge-offs in a collection already in 2 rounds. So she's super excited. So Angela, you know, don't hesitate to leave us a 5-star review. Okay, Angela. I know you're watching somewhere. Okay. Don't hesitate on that. All right. But yeah, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Do got some housekeeping items we do need to go over real quick. Make sure you follow me, kingcreditservices.com on all social media platforms. Make sure you go follow that Financial Freedom Hour podcast. Go leave us a 5-star review. Listen to some stuff, you know, listen to it when you're driving, when you're working. You know, there's a lot of gems in there. You know, I'll talk about a lot of things that usually you have to pay for in mentorships and stuff like that. Okay, so I'm breaking a lot of things down for you for free. All right, so you might as well take advantage of it. All right, and if you need help with credit, budgeting, business funding, anything like that, or you just need a free consultation, okay, you just want my company to check out your credit report and just tell you what's going on with it. If you sign up, great. If not, at least you know what's going on and you got the tools to go do some damage and get some disputing and get some of those negative accounts off your credit report. All right, and that's kingcreditservices.com, or you can always shoot us a text or a call, 844-689-0199. And lastly, if you want to sponsor the show, all right, contact at King Credit Services. The solar company that reached out, don't be telling people the deal I gave you because you were first. All right. That's the seed price. All right. You don't, yeah, I gave you that discount and that was for 1 month. All right. Don't be going around telling your friends, hey, I'm act like I don't know what you're talking about. All right. So that's our show for today. I'm Lewis, your host of the Financial Freedom Hour here at The Answer. I'm here every day, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. live. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope you guys have a great day. Peace.